my limit before I start climbing up.
Getting into some serious elevation here.
Look
I
at
love this about the
that.
game. It feels like look around for just 1 second, Chico. I love how the natural progression of the environment sort of looks like you would expect, sort of as you go up into like sort of mountain meadows and stuff like that. You'd expect the trees to change. You know, you'd expect some more like sort of wild meadows, and then as you get into an area with snow, it's like the transitions feel really like a natural world to me.
Looking in that other direction, there's a very ominous direction on the horizon.
Let's not go there today.
Yeah.
Stay
Let's try to
here
stay
where
on the
it's
plateau.
There's no
safer.
goblins. Oh, wait, I couldn't take that.
I don't know if we're going to be able to stop Chico from just sort of going and
I
attacking
just
everything
like
she
to
sees.
collect things.
That's all right. No, it's good. Especially because it illustrates that you really can approach this 1,000 different ways. I mean, the last one you sort of sent in some bombs to introduce yourself to him, but didn't have to.
Oh, he sees.
Sentry. He doesn't see you.
And actually,
No, he definitely doesn't see you now.
the enemy AI is really interesting because depending on what you're fighting,
Did they notice me?
these
Yeah.
guys behave a certain way. Different enemies will behave more aggressively or more cautiously. But I think we noticed in
And
an
she had
earlier
the
section
fire.
there with that first camp where they actually hadn't
He
picked up their
set me on
weapons yet. So
fire.
if being able to get involved
Really?
before they grab their weapons, it might have been easier, but then they have a chance to grab their gear. They'll
Totally.
actually grab each other's gear.
Yeah, if you sneak in and grab their weapons, they basically sit there and try to pick up dirt.
Oh yeah, the rods that you want. They're just like, come on,
Yeah, it's like, stay
get out
away
of my
from me.
camp.
Or you can, Chico just used an axe there, which you can actually use to knock shields out of enemy hands. The heavier weapons can knock out shields. Then picked up his weapons, and now it's like, what is this dude going to do? He's not going to do anything.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah, check him out. Dude, like,
It's just
I think that was
Right.
dirt. That might have been some dirt.
Let's call it dirt.
Yeah, I think it was
It
dirt.
seems safe.
Oh, there's a straggler
Better
there.
than something more unpleasant.
picking up the-
And it's actually interesting too that right now we're fighting during a fairly nice sunny clear day, but how this would go and also how the bokoblins would behave might be very different if we came back here at night or if we came here during different weather.
That's
Yeah.
right. A lot of enemies sleep at night. You can sneak in, steal all their stuff. You could sneak out afterwards too if you want, but in general, I'm sure Chico wouldn't do that. She would leave no sleeping enemies alive.
Yeah.
And so what happened right there, obviously, is Chico cleared the entire area out. And this particular camp had a chest that was locked and was tied to the enemies around it. So when you
better
defeat
sword.
them,
That's sword, too.
nice. That's an upgrade.
But essentially, you can interact with everything in this environment. Like, there's steel boxes on the screen
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. Just Chico
Oh,
can't
wait,
really
wait.
interact with them, but later on in the
I see.
later segments, we'll talk about like how you can open it.
Oh, that terrain over there is
Oh,
so
yeah, it's
cool.
another
Yeah, it looks sort of like desert buttes. Not going there today. We are staying on the
No.
plateau.
Yeah. But there's this suspicious rocks or stone pillar, so of course I'm gonna try to climb up on that thing. Oh, and there's another tree house.
Oh, wow.
These guys have really
That-
built it up. They got
oh,
a
yeah.
nice place.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that actually is really nice. They got the deluxe camp.
Yeah, it's a better one.
Yeah, look at
I'm
that.
not
They
sure
got
if
like they
Chico's
got.
gonna let that one stand or not.
You can burn that entire camp down, Chico.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Come in like an avenging
Maybe.
fury.
Oh,
I need to take them out first.
Are you
Make
gonna
sure I
make
can
it
do
out
I
there?
will.
It's
Alright.
close.
Nate, have some
you got
faith.
enough stamina?
She's gonna get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got it.
I've actually found that's one of the things that's been really fun about all of us being able to play at work and the different experiences that we've had in the game.
Haha.
and really just comparing notes about how different the experience can be, where certain people are really focused on just rampant destruction and waging a one-man war against the goblins. Other folks are focusing more on hunting or exploring, and depending on how you choose to focus your adventure, it's so different.
Yep.
And just talking to people, like I can talk to any other person in the office, and we've had a completely different experience with the game.
Yeah, totally. So Chico was just while we were talking about that, Chico basically scouted this camp with her Sheikah slate, and you can see that actually by identifying the individual enemies, you
Oh.
can see how strong they are. And yeah, it looks like there's a
Kinda-
serious one back there.
Yeah.
I don't think you may not be geared up to do
Nah,
that.
not right now.
Give it a pass.
So
Probably
yeah, I
move
should.
along.
Let's go. Let's go to the peak.
Yeah.
You can also see that she's got, once she marked that spot on her map, you can see it down on the mini map. So even if it's not specifically in the little radius of your immediate map, you'll at least have a beacon to go.
Oh, actually, since those guys will probably be fun to fight maybe later if we have time, would it be worth marking them on the map so we can keep track of where they are?
First, she's got to get geared up. Chico is very cold right now.
It's always so sad to see Link like
Yeah, that animation makes
completely
you feel
freezing.
Yeah, but before I go, I definitely want to map that thing. I think it was on this side.
Yeah, that's it right there.
So I'm going to use the Let's
Skull.
Skull.
Go skull.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So
To
now
be killed later.
That's
Yes.
death. You don't want to go
I
there.
don't know. Wait, do I have it better? Yep. It's fine.
So what Chico just did, obviously, was she went into a colder zone. You can see from the temperature gauge there that she went somewhere that was beyond sort of her current clothing, and you're going to lose health if you don't gear up or otherwise warm yourself. Clothing is only one way that you can do it, but for the purpose of this demo, just put on a nice little tunic.
Yep.
Little,
Teaser for me to focus on traveling.
why don't you take a dip in that lake? You ever do that?
Huh?
Polar bear?
No.
Polar bear club.
No.
Come on.
No.
Refreshing, I guess.
No polar bear club.
No. When you play, you can do it.
Those look like shoes.
Choo-choo.
What is that stuff?
Oh, you're right.
Choo-choo jelly. Sweet. Lot of stuff in this game. I don't even know what that stuff does. I've been playing this game forever. Have you ever made anything out of jelly? You gotta be able to make something out of it.
I don't know. Cooking?
So we kind of touched on it, but maybe we could talk about how with this game, like the weather changes and it actually affects like the gameplay itself.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, I mean, among other things, it makes it so that nobody's going to have the same experience in this particular area. I mean, if you come into an area when it's at night and raining, it may be a totally different experience than when you come in there broad daylight. The enemies will be behaving differently. The terrain behaves differently. I mean, sudden downpours can put out campfires and stuff like that. So it really is dynamic, and that's in the truest sense of the word. It's dynamic in the sense that you just the time of day could affect how you approach a particular mountain. It gets colder at higher elevations at night than it does during the day. So
Great.
even that'll affect how you explore.
It's interesting how rain affects climbing because if it's so slippery, it's just a lot
right.
harder to climb, so you're not going to be able to hit things. And every once in a while, you're going to hit a point where maybe you just have to wait for the weather to pass.
Yep,
Yeah.
totally.
Or it
Which
just-
I never do. I'm like, I'm going somewhere else. There's always something else to do around the corner. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait for this weather to pass.
It just adds to the puzzle and the strategy of like where should I go next? So maybe I should come here later and just mark it and just go explore
Yep.
elsewhere.
I'm impressed that you're going around paths. See me, I'm like straight line. I climb over absolutely everything in my path unless I don't have the stamina to do it.
I don't think Chico's following a straight path though.
She was sticking a little bit to it.
Just will get to it, you know?
I find these moments when you're cresting
Ooh,
a
sunset.
climb
Uh-oh, I have to get
really
there.
kind of
Yeah.
anxious.
Gotta pause and appreciate the sunset. You're going all the way to the peak for the sunset. You're such a romantic, Chico.
But it's so pretty. You see
Oh,
everything.
stop. Can I make it? Can I make it?
Yeah, you'll make it. Sunset's nice. Oh yeah.
Ah, let's do that
Nice.
a little bit too
Oh,
much.
that's all right. It's still nice.
Oh.
That's cool. Some really interesting cloud
Nice.
cover moving over there.
Sit back, crack an elixir, you know. Enjoy it.
Oh, sunset.